Think about the last bad decision you made. Maybe you snapped at a coworker, bought something you didn't need, or stayed up way too late scrolling through your phone. In the moment, it felt like a choice. But if we look inside your brain, it was actually a biological battle. Most of us think we are rational creatures who occasionally get emotional. Neuroscience tells us the opposite. We are emotional creatures who occasionally learn to be rational. Today, we're going to look at the three specific brain regions that control your choices and a research-backed framework to help you hack your biology to make smarter, faster, and more confident decisions. To make better decisions, you first have to understand the three characters living in your skull. First, meet the amygdala. This is your brain's ancient alarm system. It's responsible for the fight or flight response. When you feel a surge of panic or anger during a decision, that's your amygdala trying to hijack the process. It prioritizes survival over logic. Second, we have the basal ganglia. This area is the seat of your habits and intuition. It processes patterns. It's why you can drive home without thinking about it. While it's efficient, it's also lazy. It wants to do what you've always done, even if that choice is no longer good for you. Finally, there's the prefrontal cortex, or the PFC. This is the CEO of your brain. It's located right behind your forehead and is responsible for complex planning, impulse control, and weighing long-term consequences. This is the part of the brain we want in the driver's seat, but it's also the part that tires out the fastest. So, why does the CEO fail so often? Science points to a phenomenon called decision fatigue. A famous study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences followed judges making parole decisions. They found that judges were significantly more likely to grant parole in the morning or after a meal. As the day went on and their prefrontal cortex got tired, they defaulted to the easiest decision, denying parole. When your PFC is exhausted, your amygdala and basal ganglia take over. You become impulsive, you stick to the status quo, and you lose the ability to see the big picture. This is why you should never make a life-altering decision at 9 p.m. after a long day of work. Your brain literally doesn't have the fuel to be smart. You might think the goal is to remove emotion from decisions entirely. However, neuroscientist Antonio Damasio studied people with damage to the emotional centers of their brains. He found something shocking. They couldn't make decisions at all. They could logically list the pros and cons of where to eat lunch, but they couldn't actually choose. This is because of emotional tagging. Your brain tags memories with feelings to help you prioritize. The secret to a smart choice isn't ignoring your feelings, it's learning to label them. When you're about to decide, ask yourself, am I choosing this because of a fear tag from my amygdala or a growth tag from my prefrontal cortex? By labeling the emotion, you move the brain's activity from the reactive amygdala back to the logical prefrontal cortex. To help your prefrontal cortex stay in control, we use a tool called temporal distancing. A great framework for this is the 10-10-10 rule. Before you commit, ask yourself, how will I feel about this decision in 10 minutes? How will I feel in 10 months? How will I feel in 10 years? By forcing your brain to think about the long term, you are physically activating the neurons in your prefrontal cortex and weakening the grip of the amygdala's immediate emotional pull. You are essentially tricking your brain into being rational. Your brain is a muscle. Making smarter choices isn't about being born smart. It's about managing your biological energy. Eat before big meetings, make your most important choices in the morning, and always pause to label your emotions. Your brain is a muscle. The more you practice letting the CEO take charge, the more natural, high-quality decisions will become. Make sure to like, subscribe, and grab my free leadership workbook, 5 Steps to Communicate with Calm, Clarity, and Confidence at powerofpeacefulness.com. Until next time, take a deep breath, embrace the present moment, and keep walking your path to peace.